Welcome. This session is all about Helmut4 and streams. Streams define the real power behind Helmut4. Streams are in fact workflows that can be triggered manually or automatically, based on specific events. Everything inside of Helmut4 will work according to how you would like it to work, as everything is defined within our streams. This ensures that Helmut will follow your workflow, instead of dictating a prepared way of working for you and your team. In this session we are going to take a look at streams. We will look how the triggers work, how streams can be exported and imported, and how you can troubleshoot your stream. At this point, we would like to draw your attention to our extensive set of manuals, which can be found at www.helmut.de, under Media Center. Here you will find user and administrator guides for all Helmut4 modules, and additional information on streams and the different commands that can be used within workflows. It is important to understand that every module inside of Helmut4 comes with its own stream section. This has to do with the different triggers for the different Helmut4 modules. Not surprisingly, Helmut.fx comes with the largest set of triggers, as Helmut is all about projects and the workflows around them. There are two different ways a stream can be triggered and executed. First, there are manual triggers, which could be buttons in the user interface, accessible by the user. Streams can also be triggered based on events, such as adding an asset to a project inside the Adobe application. Streams can also be called from within other streams, making it easier to reuse specific routines, instead of having to set these up multiple times. When selecting the Streams section, the user will be able to see all streams for that specific module or filter the streams by trigger. It is also possible to use the search bar to search for specific streams in this module. Streams are displayed with some additional information in this view. The first column reveals if a stream will be executed on the client, indicated by a computer icon, or on the server, indicated by a server icon. Choosing the right location for the execution of a stream will be handled in our next training video. A stream has a user-defined name, visible in the name column. Next to that we can read the trigger point for this stream. The host column reveals where the stream will be executed, which reflects the same information as the icon in the first column. The creation and modification dates for the streams are shown, as well as a switch to disable or enable individual streams. The Action button will reveal options to edit, rename, duplicate or delete the selected stream. Streams are executed sequentially. If you have selected a specific trigger on the left-hand side and there are multiple streams attached to the same trigger, you can see in which order the streams will be executed. You can determine the order of execution by using the up and down arrows on the last column of this view. Should a stream fail, the other streams in that sequence will not be executed. By clicking on the Add Stream button on the top right corner of the interface, you can add a new stream. In the window that opens, you are able to enter a name for the stream, specify how the stream should be executed, either on the client or on the server, and choose an event or trigger for this stream. You can easily export a stream or multiple streams by clicking on the Export Streams button. This will open up a new window, which lets you choose the available streams to be exported. Importing a stream is as easy as that. You click the button Import Streams, select the appropriate file and press OK. The import window in Helmut will open and will show the stream to be imported. If there is already a stream with the same name in the system, it will be deselected in the import window, and a notification is shown. You also have the option to delete all existing streams and replace these by the imported ones. If you press the Import button, the file is uploaded, and the selected streams will be imported. Being able to import single streams allows you to create new streams on a test platform. Once you have validated the newly created stream and you are happy with the result, you will export it from your test system and import it into your productive system. The newly imported stream is active immediately and does not require a restart of any server or client components. Our Stream Designer also comes with a tool to debug streams. It is best practice to open the debugger in a separate browser window. Whenever a stream is being triggered, the debugger will hold information on the different stages of that stream. It will also show the status of a stream. Please be advised, it may be okay if the status of a specific node says failed. This does not imply an error in the stream but could be the result of a condition check. Clicking on the status indicator will get you immediately into the node that fed back that status to the system. This simplifies the troubleshooting of streams tremendously. You can delete the log entries by clicking on the appropriate button inside the debugger. As stated before, FX holds most of the triggers. We will walk through some of these real quick. Connected is used to trigger whenever a user connects to the Helmut4 client. When the user logs out, the disconnect trigger can be used. Create category is used when the Add Category button is clicked within the Templates section of FX. Create group is used when the Add Group button is clicked within the user section. Create Project is used when the Add Project button is used inside the FX Projects view. Create User is used when a user is added inside the user section. Custom FX and Custom User are special triggers, as they will allow you to add a manual trigger command to the UI. The Custom FX triggered streams will show up in the Actions button under Custom in the FX project view. The Custom User triggered streams will be available when clicking on the User button on the left-hand side of the user interface. The order of the streams inside the Streams view will also determine the order in which the streams will be sorted inside these windows. Delete Group, Project, Template and User will be used when deleting any of the mentioned items. Duplicate Project is used when the duplicate command is selected from the Action button. Edit Project is used when the Edit command is selected from the Action button. Restore Save is used when clicking the Restore Saves command from the Action menu in the FX Projects view and then clicking on the appropriate Restore button. Import Project is used when the Import button is clicked inside the Add Project window. Open Project is used when opening a project through the Action menu, or by clicking on the name of the project inside the FX Projects view. Post Create Project is used whenever the actual Create Project stream is finished. If there are multiple streams set up using the Create Project trigger, all of these must have finished before the Post Create Project triggered streams will run. Unassigned can hold streams that have not been assigned a trigger. This can be seen as a parking lot for streams that are not supposed to be active yet. Unlock Project is used whenever a project is unlocked. Upload Template is used whenever the Upload Template button inside the Category section has been clicked. The Streams section in I/O is showing the trigger points that are typical for this module. All of the streams created in I/O must be contained within the available profiles. Let us have a look at the triggers in I/O. Auto Import triggers whenever an asset is being placed inside a project or on a timeline in Adobe Premiere, After Effects or Audition. Custom I/O is a special trigger. It will allow you to create a manual trigger, which will be placed inside the Helmut Adobe panel and allows specific workflows to be manually triggered from within the Adobe UI. Export can be used when exporting sequences or assets, based on the selected profile. Import is deprecated and has been replaced by Web Import inside Cosmo. Panel Import is a trigger which can be used when importing assets through the Cosmo option inside the Helmut Adobe panel. Pre-stream is a trigger defining a stream that will be executed prior to executing the actual stream. Pre-streams can be used to, for example, gather information needed for the execution of the operation determined by the main stream. Watch Folder is used to trigger when watch folders have been set up to import assets. Cosmo has its own sets of triggers, as you may have expected. These triggers are related to database operations mostly. Added Asset will trigger whenever an asset was made known to the database. Indexed Asset is used whenever an asset was indexed in the database. Indexed Project is the same as the trigger above, but now for projects being indexed. Unindexed Asset is a special trigger. When an asset had been part of an indexed project earlier, but was now removed from the project, this trigger can be used to clean up MAM systems, etc. Web Export can be used if an appropriate profile was created to export assets and sequences from the Cosmo web interface. Web Import will trigger when an appropriate profile was created to import assets through the Cosmo web interface. Web Upload will trigger when an appropriate profile was created to upload assets through the Cosmo web interface. The Housekeeper streams are focused on file movement, archiving, and restoring of projects and their assets. You will therefore find a few very specific triggers inside the Streams section of Housekeeper. All triggers work in conjunction with the appropriate profile created and are pretty much self-explanatory. Please remember, without streams, Helmut 4 is an empty shell. Only through the streams, workflows are defined, and commands will be executed. This means that anyone can create and modify their own streams to comply with their specific desired workflows.